all the way back.
All the way
to
back.
that little naughty head boy at Grandma Emma's house in Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay, well, first of all, I grew up in the projects, okay, and I started in radio when I was 14. And from there, back in the day, they used to have runners. People run to the store and run to, get whatever for DJ, be the assistant. And I did that, and because I was funny, I cracked some jokes, and they put me on the morning show, and the rest is history from there.
So you on the morning show?
Yeah.
In Jacksonville?
And still in middle school.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, I would come before and after school to record some stuff, and, I had the opportunity of getting in the band with my personality, which took me to Bethune-Cookman College, which is now Bethune-Cookman University, and when I marched the band, I found that they had a radio station, so I got on WBCC, and that just honed the craft all those years, man, and I just took bits and pieces of everybody of what I learned.
Well, you back then, you were probably because it wasn't a lot of radio stations like there are now.
No.
But now, was this FM?
WBCC was AM, but the radio station when I was 14, one of them was AM and one of them was FM.
So you were on the morning show. That was big as a kid, man. So
I was a side joke teller,
Yeah, I get it. Kind of like me. Kind of like me on
They named me, my first radio name was Barbecue Well Done.
Barbecue Well Done.
Yeah.
Now, what was that? Was that because you were like a deep dog chocolate type guy?
No, the guy that I worked for, he's still in Jacksonville, but he had to talk about radio now, He switched over into another church.
Right.
But his name was Mark Little. And he claimed that when he was in college, he had a guy that was so dark-skinned, but his lips were pink. They call it Barbecue Well Done.
Wait a minute. A dark-skinned guy with pink lips.
Yeah. And they said that I kind of resembled him and told jokes like him. So that's what they called me.
Were your lips pink?
No. But no. The first promotion that we did, if you remember the movie Crush Groove, that was the first promo we ever did when I was on board. I went to school with posters and buttons and everything. It was great.
So, hey, you was the man. Middle school on the morning radio show.
But they didn't know it was me.
Oh, really?
Right.
So why were you not allowed to identify
or
reveal your personal identity?
The program director just basically created that character, Barbecue Well Done. When I went to school passing out the stuff, they thought I just worked for the station.
Right.
So he wound up doing a contest on who was Barbecue Well Done. And nobody in school knew it was me.
Really?
Yeah.
And you didn't tell nobody?
No.
You kept that to you?
Yep.
Hey, even from the girl?
Yeah.
Now, hey, look, being on the radio announcers back in the day was like movie stars,
I know. So when he ran the contest, who was Barbecue Well Done, I was just happy, like, wow, they'll never figure it out. And they didn't.
Wow, and you still had that same humble spirit.
Oh, yeah, always.
Today.
Always.
Now, you left Jacksonville some years ago, and you were in several different markets. Well,
yeah, I was in
Memphis
market, Charleston, South Carolina, and Tupelo, Mississippi.
Right, and you done some big things in Tupelo,
which
is where you and I kind of got together and made. And
that radio station down there back then, it was number 3 when I got there.
Right.
And because I was the program director, I was charged with making it number 1, and I did that.
Well, you definitely done that.
And it had help from guys like you.
Right. Well, hey, look now. On your days here in Memphis radio, you became a household name.
Yeah.
With your partner, Greg Peters.
Yeah.
But before it was Steve Ladd.
It was Steve Ladd, and before him, it was J. Michael Davis.
Right.
So, rest in peace to both of those guys. I learned a lot from both of those guys.
Well, hey, look, now, shortly after being back in Memphis, a few years, you came down, you had an unfortunate illness.
Yeah, I had a stroke, and it came out of nowhere. So I think that coupled with me not taking my meds and getting upset over Trayvon Martin issue. That kind of triggered it, you know.
Right,
and ever since then, I've been on the road to recovery. I tried to rush things. I broke my ankle in 2 places.
Right.
So I have one more surgery to go. I've had surgery on one of my eyes, and now they're going to look at the nerve that's on my right side. So I became an ambassador for hypertension only because the third night that I was in rehab, cried like a baby. And I was like, Lord, why you do this to me? And the Lord answered me back. He said, why not? And then from that moment on, I was on a mission to get people informed and to really get the word out there. And I was asking all kind of questions in rehab. And that's where I learned that the Memphis metro area is #1 for strokes.
Well, hey, you have a site that people can go to.
Yeah.
That they can get information from.
Absolutely.
And when we come back, we're going to talk to your partner because you guys are now on 1380 WLRM. And
Yeah.
out of all places in the world, Millington,
Yeah.
Tennessee.
And we'll talk about, hopefully, we get to move a little bit. I don't know. We'll see.
You may move the
Move the station.
Oh, really?
Tennessee, yeah.
Wow. Well,
We got big
that
news
should
right
be
for
big.
you.
Hey, you know me now. I'm always willing to be. Hey, I like promotion. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, well, so hey, we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk a little bit more about the site, or
Okay.
we can share this information, man, because we need it as black
Oh,
men.
for sure.
You know, one of the things that my grandmother, my mother, my wife, even for past girlfriends, have
Yeah.
always said, "You black men don't like to go to the doctor."
And you know what's
Yes.
funny, D? There's no age limit. You could be in the best of shape and still have a stroke.
Okay, well, hey, we're gonna talk a little bit more to you, Jeff, and when we come back, we're gonna bring your partner in crime,
Yeah.
because y'all done some things.
Hey,
GP, Greg
keep
Peters.
that secret.
All right. Jeff Lee, my friend right here on the Talk of the Town. All right, we're back talking to my longtime friend, Mr. Jeff Lee, a radio icon in the Mid-South. Been all over the place. And now joining us is his partner in crime. And I do say crime, ladies and gentlemen. And the ladies know. The ladies know. I ain't getting y'all in trouble, am I, your old lady?
It's cool. It's cool.
Greg Peters. Greg, hey, man, thanks for sitting in, man.
Glad to be here.
You know,
Man.
hey, now this is your boy.
Oh yeah, no
This
doubt.
your boy.
No
So
doubt.
now you guys have been together a very long time.
Yeah,
You've been together
quite
a
a
long
few years
time.
now.
Have
Yeah,
been
yeah,
friends.
yeah.
Now, Jeff, you mentioned some other radio legends,
Yeah.
like Steve Ladd and Jay Michael.
Yeah.
You worked with them.
Yeah.
What's the difference when because under those guys you were like the junior cat,
Yeah, yeah.
and now you more like the teacher because Greg
Well,
came from gospel.
right.
And it had to be a difference, right?
I mean,
with the
I met
gospel.
some people
Well,
that
yeah,
that's told Greg was like, "Is that Greg Peters on the air?"
Yeah.
Well, actually, I came from a gospel background, and then after working at 3 gospel stations, I crossed over and worked at a WRVR The River, which was a more laid-back,
Right,
great, light voice.
Top 40s type stuff.
Yeah. So, and then when Jeff and I came together in 2008, it was like, okay, this is a show. This show may get wild. This show may get sensitive. There may be some days where let's just say, hey, I'm going to jump on Greg. I'm going to jump on Jeff type thing, So the transaction of talk radio definitely was a learning experience.
Yeah,
But-
Greg was quiet the first few days.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because he's talking about WRBO The River,
Yeah.
You just heard the latest from Joan Hart and the Jets.
It was like
From now you got him talking trash.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
So you
yeah.
brought out the real inner Greg Peters. Now.
Yeah, he brought out the street, the one of the street value.
Yeah.
Definitely. So it was a crazy, sometimes zany show, and we might say anything anytime. And so we just kind of brought that feel over here to AM 1380.
Yeah,
But you guys have a great chemistry, man.
Oh, thank
It's
you,
just
man.
kind of like, people would think y'all grew up together.
Yeah.
Like, like the brother from another
well,
mother
he's a
type
true
of job.
friend, so
Yeah.
and those are really, really hard to find, especially when you either broke or you get sick.
That's true.
Hey, your real friends, they come out.
Right.
So Greg was there for me since day one.
Now, in speaking of that,
Mm-hmm.
because you kind of like help, and I know you don't mind me sharing
Oh,
this,
yeah.
you kind of like help take care of Jeff in a way on a daily basis, assist him
Yeah, no
in
doubt.
different
No
things.
doubt. If there's anywhere Jeff wants to go, I mean, hey, it's no problem. Matter of fact, when we get finished with the interview, we got some things that, some places we need to go.
Don't tell it.
Don't play. But as far as him, you know, getting around to be able to take care of his business and coming to the radio station every day and being able to work and get out of the house and to live a normal, you know, life, yeah, definitely help with that. And I don't have a problem with that because, you know, that's what we're here to do. I mean, you know, we say, if you say that you're a friend, you need to be.
You got to
a friend.
show it.
You got to show it. I can talk it all day long.
And I thank God for this, man, every day. Because if it wasn't for Greg, man, it's a lot of stuff I couldn't do.
And
I
I
didn't even think about it.
and you still even kick it. You still DJ,
Right.
you party, because
Oh, yeah.
y'all have
Yeah, no
things
doubt.
where y'all get together and
And
do
look,
stuff.
Greg came to the house and he said, Jeff, you know, we ain't been on the radio in a while, but we got an opportunity to go back. I said, I'm
You didn't
listening.
believe me?
I was like, yeah, okay, come on.
Yeah.
And so when he saw me, I was like, oh, yeah, I'll do it.